right, Hyli,
Hey!
welcome. How you doing? Doing all right?
I'm doing all
Everything
right.
good?
Not gonna lie, a little bit
Awesome.
nervous about this. This is a first time for
I
me.
do not fucking blame you. I am extraordinarily nervous about this, so I'm just hoping that it goes well. So this is the first interview that I'm doing. Hyli, you get to be my guinea pig. Congratulations.
Awesome.
So what we are doing here, this is my first interview. This is Hyli's 1,000 subscriber Q&A question, right?
Hell yeah, it is.
The
Yeah.
Q&A video. All right. So what we have done is we have collected up a bunch of questions from Hyli's community, from both the YouTube community and the Discord community. We've gotten a bunch of questions, and we plan on getting those answered. I have arranged them into a nice little interview for us, and we will be able to have this nice little video for Hyli to have and edit and do whatever in order to post up on his channel for the celebration of making 1,000 subscribers. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I could be.
All right. So we actually have a couple of categories for this. We have a personal category, we have the professional category, we have your relationship category, and then we have just the fun category. So we're going to be going through this in a little bit of an order. Yeah, yeah, that's why we have them separated.
Okay.
So, for personal category, we're going to start off with getting some personal details, letting your community get to know you and get to know the wonderful, absolutely fantastic person that is behind some of their favorite audio RP, as per RP, ASMR RP, audios and videos. So, Curiosity P75 asks, how old are you?
I am 28. I'll be 29 by the end of the year.
See, fairly young. You're still getting well up in here.
Oh yeah.
So they also ask, what state do you live in? Now I happen to know that you do not live in a state because you are actually international. You want to tell your audience where you are from?
Yeah, I am actually from Ontario, Canada.
That is pretty cool. So do you have any hobbies?
I do have hobbies. I have quite a few, actually, most of them being creative. What's
your top 2 hobbies? Let's just start from those.
Top 2 hobbies would definitely be filmmaking and photography.
Awesome. That does sound pretty cool. Karina Lane, asks, what is something you want your listeners to know about you?
Something I want them to know about me?
Yes. What is something you want to share with them that you don't think that they would necessarily ask you?
It probably would be the fact that I do make films, and I am currently trying to get a film into the Toronto International Film Festival. That's a pretty cool fact.
And what is that film about?
It's called Schizophrenia, and it is essentially in the mind of someone who's schizophrenic.
That sounds pretty cool. Very experimental. I've actually seen it. It's actually really cool. Would you like to link that film in, say, either your comments or into your Discord later, or do you want to let people try to find it themselves?
Yeah, I can. I'll put into the words into the description. I'll stick it in there.
Sounds like a plan. Karina Lane also asks, what is your favorite food?
Food. Okay. My favorite food is likely ramen. Love ramen.
Ramen.
Has so much variety. Just, so good.
What is anonymous asks, what's a weird food combination that you secretly love, but you're scared to admit to?
Okay. Okay, this. Okay. Gonna need a second on this one.
That's fine. Take all the time you need. I know it might take you a little while, because another fun fact that most of your community may not know is that you are an executive chef.
Yes, and one of the things that I actually had the pleasure of trying once, and I don't do it all the time, but I actually enjoyed it. I was in Indianapolis, and apparently a staple for burgers there is they put peanut butter on their burger. And when I was there one time, I ordered it. I'm like, when in Rome, you know what? I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
actually really good.
That would definitely be something I would hesitate to admit to, but if it tastes good, it tastes good. You can't help it whenever some flavor's really working.
That's definitely the unhinged combo that I can think of that
That would,
actually works.
I think that qualifies as an unhinged combo that you would secretly love, but would be very scared to admit, especially as a foodie.
Mm-hmm.
Liwa Cool N for N asks, "What is your favorite color?"
I really enjoy pastel colors. Mostly pastel pink and green would be the two. I'd probably lean towards pink, but sometimes green.
That's pretty cool. It takes a lot of security in your own personality and your own masculinity to admit that pink is your favorite color as a guy. I know that's something that a lot of people won't admit to, but that's pretty cool. Pastel pink. That would be very cute. Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is definitely my favorite series of movies. Picking one,
That counts
I have
as
no
a movie
idea.
set.
I'll say all three. Just Lord of the Rings in general.
You can count that as a set because I don't think many people watch them without watch one without watching the other two.
Yeah. That would definitely be the best movie.
SkyGK3QF asks, "Do you have a favorite Pokemon?"
Oh, that was easy. My favorite Pokemon is Mawile.
Mawile! Oh, I love Mawile. That's so cute. Do you have a favorite animal?
Do I have a favorite? That sometimes changes. I'm gonna say I like bears. Bears are cool.
Bears.
I'm gonna say bears
are
right now.
pretty cool. Anonymous that wants to know, can you speak any other language?
I can a little bit. I'm not actually fluent in it, but I can speak a little bit of Canadian French.
Awesome. And you've actually used that in some of your videos,
I
right?
have, yes.
Awesome. What is one thing people assume about you that is completely wrong?
What is something?
What do you feel like is something that people would assume about you, just knee-jerk reaction if they saw you?
Have a masculine sneeze.
That would definitely be something that they would assume about you, and they would be absolutely 100% wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't actually know. Really.
To be fair, I think I may have looked at somebody and gone, yeah, no, I know what their sneeze sounds like, and I would be very surprised if I looked at you and go, yeah, I know what your sneeze sounds like, and then I heard you sneeze.
Yeah, when you walk around and go,
Not what
it's a little bit different than what you would assume.
It's a little, yeah. So Curiosity P75 and Scarlet
Sneeze for the audience.
ask, do you have a job and or do you go to school? Or is your channel your main focus?
Right now, the channel is the main focus. I don't currently go to school, and I do not currently have a job at the moment.
Awesome. Did you study after high school, or are you still studying?
Right after high
If
school.
you're not going in school, then you're not still studying. So did you go to college of any kind?
I did not. I pretty much picked up, I did a little bit of work from then and got myself a camera, learned the workings of film and photo myself over the course of probably decade and a half. And I got very proficient at it. I think I'm better than most people who have went to school for it, but that's just me bragging.
That's okay. So we're going to move on to your professional category.
Okay.
So, book girly, how did you get into ASMR?
That's actually kind of fun. I've been listening to it for a very long time. I have been working on doing voices since I was maybe like 5 years old watching cartoons. I was always trying to copy the voices on the screen. So I didn't necessarily get into it for ASMR, which I do enjoy, but for voice acting in general, because I have so many that I can just back to back voices for a long time. I do want to try doing more stuff with crazier voices on the channel, but the focus is definitely ASMR right now.
Awesome. Heidi Salmian W5U asks, where does your inspiration come from?
Where does my inspiration come from? For what I am currently doing, I kind of pull it out of the air sometimes. Not gonna lie, I just go with the flow and do it. But as for inspiration of actually creating something, I have inspiration from other creators from Toronto. Just the way they create made me want to create, and I've always just been inspired to do just that, create because of them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Being inspired by other creators is actually really kind of... Anonymous wants to ask, what is your favorite inspiration for your ASMR videos?
My favorite inspiration for
If you have a favorite.
I honestly,
like favorite genre or type.
Favorite genre? Honestly, if I'm listening to it, Yandere is quite fun to listen to sometimes.
I gotta agree, Yandere is pretty fun to listen to. The stories that you can tell with varying degrees of Yandere is pretty fascinating.
But yeah, when I'm listening, I like the mixture of ASMR and storytelling. That would probably be the best way to describe it.
That is a pretty good thing. I like the balancing it out. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Curiosity P75 wants to know, what are your favorite tropes?
Well, I think I answered that before. It would be probably Andre.
Yeah.
That I can't think of the actual tropes that I listen to often, but yeah, Yandere would be there.
That's a little bit surprising knowing what else you listen to. Secret LD6R asks, do you get comfort out of your own videos? Or do you relate to some of the subjects in your videos?
Do I get comfort? So, yes and no. Here's a fun fact. I actually record my own heartbeats for some of the comfort audio that I do, and a lot of the sound effects I make are a lot of the sound effects I use, I actually make them. And upon listening to them, I do find myself getting pretty comforted by some of the sounds. I actually am lucky to like my voice, unlike a lot of people don't actually like their voice, but I wouldn't say I get necessarily like really comforted by my audios, but yeah, a little bit.
That's always nice to know. Are you similar to any of the characters that you voice? Is something that Anonymous wants to ask.
To an extent, yes. With a bit of a veil.
Always with a little bit of a veil, as actors do.
Like, as some people know, I am extremely empathetic, and I care deeply about how the people around me feel. But there is a side to me that I have a little bit veiled for YouTube, because when you do improv and when you do theater, some of the things that you say could get a little bit wild.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a tad.
So Heidi Solomon wants to know, what kind of persona would you say that you are? If you were going to categorize yourself within this whole space, what kind of persona would you say that you are?
What kind of persona? I don't know. How would I categorize myself in?
If you were to categorize your barista persona, per se. Like, you're definitely not just a yandere, but what is it you're trying to portray most, I guess?
Someone,
that's a good way to put it.
Probably someone very comforting, someone welcoming, someone that you would like to come back to and just make you feel a little safer, unlike how the first one turned out. Which was comforting, but very ominously.
Ominously comforting.
But
so,
yeah.
Curiosity would like to know, what's one thing you wish listeners knew about your process of making your audio?
Probably that the sound effects, like I said it before, but the one thing that I would love for them to know is the fact that as long as I can record the sound effects, I'm going to try to record the sound effects myself. Whether it be my heartbeats, breathing, tapping, like crawly sounds, whatever it has to be.
That is pretty cool. I know that a lot of other voice artists and people, they usually just use a library of sound effects as opposed to making their own, whether they don't feel like they can make it themselves or anything like that. I love the fact that you actually make your own sound effects and use those and offer them and make them for other VAs too. You've actually made some sound effects for other VAs, correct?
Yeah, I do. I have given some sound effects to other VAs. I am going to be putting it out eventually for more people, but it adds a personal touch to it that you're not going to find from this person, that person. Like, a lot of people use their own stuff, but
yeah,
when you record your own heartbeats or your breaths or whatever it is, it adds a bit of a comfortingness to it. Like, oh, it's almost personal.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, hold on a second. I gotta BRB.
Yeah.
Oh. In summer, we're giving it. What are you guys doing? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you've already gone over your favorite part of making the audio is the SFX, being able to do those yourself.
Oh yeah.
So Anonymous wants to know, do you have anyone in mind whenever you do record? So are you picturing anyone in specific whenever you're recording your comfort audios or anything like that?
Generally, no. I just not a particular person, but most of the time, not a particular person when I'm recording.
That makes sense. Do you have any favorite sounds that you like to listen to? You like sound effects already, and so are there any that particularly tickle your fancy?
Yes. There's quite a few sounds that I enjoy listening to, including like Jesus.
If you don't want to say, you don't have to.
I enjoy yeah, I enjoy like mouth sounds and stuff like that.
Nothing embarrassing about that. There's a lot of people who like that as far as the ASMR community goes. There seems to be a lot of people who like that kind of thing. So
and whispers
weird
are
or
nice
strange
too.
about it. Which ones?
Like soft whispers and stuff and ear-to-ear stuff. I do like that too.
That is pretty cool. Even I could admit that that's pretty cool sometimes. Do you have any favorite words?
Do I have any favorite words?
Yeah.
I do tend to say sunshine a lot. I don't know if it would be a favorite word, but it is one that I tend to use.
That's fair. Probably just kind of feels nice whenever you say it, whenever you call somebody sunshine. I think it's cute. Curiosity P75 wants to know, do you want to be a professional voice actor, like in movies or anime, or are you good just being a hobbyist?
I would love to do more professional stuff. That would be a lot of fun. And but I am also good just being a hobbyist.
Okay.
But I still want to make it what I do.
You're happy where you are, but you wouldn't mind pursuing, looking forward into it, and maybe in the future at some point.
Exactly, because I think I have such a clean and large arsenal of voices that I can use across the board for so many different things. But if it just happens to be that I do it as a hobby, then so be it.
Sounds like a plan. Anonymous wants to know, and this I think is a pretty fun little question. If you had to delete your entire channel and start a new one under a fake identity, what niche would you go for? Would you just go right back into making ASMR, RP comfort videos, or would you do something else?
If everything disappeared right now, I know that I would probably start doing some more, I'll say, professional sounding voice acting scripts using the same things. So right now what's being made is like comfort stuff, and I am very okay with that. It's fun to do. It's just a good time to make. But if I could really push my vocals to the limit and just throw something out, like a certain script I was looking at, Shades. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
I bet you would have a whole lot of fun with it too, being able to do a lot more of the sound effects and really getting into it.
Yeah. Flesh ripping sounds are fun.
Flesh ripping sounds are absolutely fun. Anonymous also wants to know what video did terribly, but you actually really loved making it.
A video that did terrible. Okay. Numbers wise, there's one that did really terribly. In comparison, it's not a horrible performing video, but compared to the rest, it is pretty bad. It's the Baymax one. I think Baymax could get so much more love, and if I made another Baymax one now, because when I made it, I had like 50 subs.
Right.
If I made one now again, I think it would do really good.
It probably would do pretty good, especially with your medical comfort being so popular like recently.
Yeah.
So, do you have a video that was scrapped because it was too unhinged or risky for your channel and your branding?
Kind of, but not really. I have one that's recorded that kind of still fits, but not with like 100% certainty. But you know this, I did one script that was I was dumb and I didn't read through the whole script. So like a big portion of it got scrapped because it was a little
too risque.
It was a little too risky. Yeah.
Good to know that, even sometimes professionals, semi-professionals, don't always post absolutely everything. Sometimes you got to kind of step back and make sure that what you're posting fits with both your channel, your brand, and what you're most comfortable posting. Would you say so?
Yeah. One thing though, I might actually do this. Might make a post to see if I can do some more actual voice acting stuff on this channel with a little more power, a little bit less comfort to it, but still keep the comfort stuff going. But have a video showcasing what I can do and see if people enjoy it. Maybe do one a week or whatever.
I think that could be a little bit fun, and I think that if you put it out to your community, I bet they would probably support you for it too.
I think so.
Moving on to your relationship category, I know a lot of people are very excited about this. Whether
wipe sweat off forehead.
Wiping the sweat. Yeah. Fortunately, they're not too invasive. We're not gonna prod into absolutely everything. Secret LDR L6R wants to know: do you have any siblings? If you do, what's your relationship with them?
Yeah, I have two siblings. I have a younger brother and I have a younger sister. We're really close. Me and my brother are very close. We spend a lot of time together. And I'd say I'm still close to my sister, but she moved a little farther away, so a bit less so.
Awesome. Anonymous wants to know, do you have a ride or die in your life? Someone that you would drop absolutely everything for and just go to?
There is probably two people, three now, but two people that I could probably say yes to. And that would be two of my good friends.
That is pretty cool. Have you done a collaboration with somebody that you low-key had a crush on?
Not yet, but maybe soon.
Maybe eventually. Somebody else, another anonymous, has asked, are you straight or are you straight?
Huh? Wait. Straight. I am straight.
I know.
But did I answer both? Huh?
You did answer both, yes. You are straight, not straight. Do you have what is your worst hear me out? If you have one.
What is my worst hear me out? Do I have one? I probably do, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Someone in someone here is going to say, yeah, there's a hear me out, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. That is completely fair. So here's the one that's probably going to make you squirm at least just a little bit. So, Book Girly wants to know, when you're in a relationship, do you call your partner sunshine like you do in your ASMR?
I would say yeah, sometimes.
That is so sweet. So now we get to the fun category, and I know that you're going to have a lot of fun with these questions. These are questions that were mostly sent in by our anonymous users. And then we've got one that I know absolutely that you are going to love answering. But I did save that one for last because it might take up a little bit of extra time. So Anonymous first asks, if your life had a background score, what genre of music would it be?
Ooh, I'm thinking classical. I really enjoy classical music, and that seems to fit.
Classical music is your background.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Do you have a tiny moment from childhood that lives rent-free in your head?
Huh. See, it's hard to picture it because I am very much so, what's the word? What's the word when you can't picture images in your head?
Aphasia.
Yes. I very much have that.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
I can't think of a memory of one that lives rent-free in my head right now, though.
That's perfectly fair. A lot of our childhoods are kind of blurred into one big, long thing that just kind of builds us up as a character. So another question comes across. If your personality were a type of weather, what kind of weather would it be? And why do you think that is?
If my personality was a weather? It's gonna sound weird, but I almost want to say like some snow.
Snow. I can see that.
Not because I'm particularly cold, but
Just because it's calming, it's quiet, comforting, makes you want to kind of snuggle up to everything. I can see it.
and you could always
That
see
actually makes
it.
a little bit of sense for you.
Thank you. That sounds good.
So, you wake up as a cartoon character, and you're going to be a cartoon character for 24 hours. What kind of cartoon character are you, and what kind of chaos do you immediately start causing?
Oh, that's a wild one to think of.
Isn't it? I love it, though. I thought that was a really cool question.
What kind of cartoon character would I be? And what kind of chaos would I cause? See, that... Oh. There's so much chaos that can be done. So much chaos that needs to be done. I feel like it would be fun to be the villain for a change.
Oh, it could absolutely be fun to be a villain. What kind of villain would you be, though?
What?
Like, would you be the sort of unhinged, take over the world type of villain, or would you be more closer to Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
See, take over the world is always fun, but it's far too used to be. Yeah, definitely not take over the world. I think it would be so much more fun to menace a group instead of everybody.
So you would have your arch nemesis group, and you would just like find them and just start menacing them.
Exactly. It would be so much more fun.
And Muggsy. Do you Snidely Whiplash and Muggsy. So, if you're stuck in a room with your most watched video on loop for the next 12 hours, what happens to your sanity?
Oh. Okay.
I can hear the nervous sweating from here.
Is the sanity even there to begin with, though? Like, let's be real.
I don't think so. No, you're a voice actor. I don't think you had sanity to begin with. You're already in voice acting.
You do theater, you do improv, you do voice acting.
You do any kind of theater, and
all of a sudden
sanity is already out the window.
Your voice goes from this to this, and you start wondering where I am in the walls. And yeah, you don't really exactly have much sanity left.
So it's gone pretty much immediately.
Yeah, pretty much. With or without the video.
Do you have any tattoos? And if you do, what are they? If you don't, do you plan on getting it?
I don't currently have any tattoos. But I do want to get my left arm done. And I did think about doing the right arm as well. Kind of wanted like some contrasting stuff. Maybe whole Legend of Zelda theme on the right would be really cool. And I don't know, maybe personal things on the left.
That could be pretty cool. So, last question out of this category is, out of this part of the category, is what inanimate object do you feel emotionally connected to, and why?
Oh, that is the easiest one. Camera. And
Camera?
Because the camera is very, very special to me, not just because I've been using it for over a decade to do film and photography, like I've discussed before, but it has taken images that I will remember till the day I die, and I will have them. It's kind of the only reason I will remember so many minuscule parts of my life. Not just like the memory of it, but what my great-grandfather's house looked like and little things like that. So it holds such a very, very strong feeling to me, is my camera.
That is pretty cool. So our last question, and this is the one that I know you're going to have a lot of fun with, is from Heidi Salomon. And they want to know, can you do character voices from like other movies and animes?
Like zoinks. Like I don't think so. Yeah, I can definitely do
just a few, right?
I can do just a few characters. Even there's not too many I can't figure out how to do. But yeah, I do a lot. I can do quite a few. And
you can.
A lot that I can probably do that I haven't tried yet.
Just takes a little bit of extra practice.
Oh yeah. You got to really figure out where the voice lies in your in your chest, in your head, and learn how to keep it.
Right.
Like Baymax. I know. You love Baymax.
I do like Baymax. I think Baymax is sweet. Do you have anything else that you want to add to your question and answers? Because that's all the questions we actually have.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really think of anything to go on afterwards.
That's fine.
Well, we do have a small side chat here that we can take a few if they have any questions now.
If there are any questions in either our side chat or in the Twitch chat, please feel free to go ahead and ask. We are now taking live audience questions. And there's already like 5 people typed. What is your current favorite song?
Oh, current favorite song? Probably, for not so obvious reasons for some people, it would be Milestones by Matt Walden. Would probably be the song that comes to mind right now.
Do you listen? What kind of other music do you listen to? Ms. Velasquez?
I listen to so much music. Most of it would probably be classical, folk, and folk pop music. But I listen to so many other varieties.
Frantic wants to know, what would you steal from a house that would make people go crazy, but it's so small?
Huh. What would I... There's so many good options.
Mine is the batteries out of all the remotes.
Huh. I'd probably, one day at a time, take a cup. Just one cup. Or, if,
take a single cup out of the
add a
kitchen
single cup
over.
every time you go over, add a single cup. Then not take add. They're like, where are these cups coming from?
See, the other part of mine is also leaving something in their house, which is you leave tiny screws in inconspicuous places to drive the person completely insane as they try to figure out where the random screw came from and what is falling apart. Which is always fun.
And now for the big question.
Yes.
Where was
the
I
big
on
question
August 22nd, 2023 at 1:11 a.m.? Oh, I can't be giving
where
away
were you,
all
Hyli?
that knowledge. Not to everybody.
You'll have to try again later. Chat. I don't think we're going to crack him this time. Do you have a goyle?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Let's see. Do we have anything else? Do not.
Oh, yeah.
So
Favorite
I
evil
guess that's gonna wrap it
CEO?
up for the most part.
I got to do a shout out to the favorite evil CEO. That's snarky.
Is that your favorite evil CEO? Is the snark?
It's the one, yeah. That's the one. SCA shout out.
SCA shout out. Okay, well, I think that about wraps up everything. If you have any ending messages to your community, the chat, just out there into the universe in general.
The improv muscles aren't working right now. Yeah, brain go empty.
Brain go empty. That's okay. That's a valid message to the universe. Up, my brain broke.
My brain go kaboom.
Kaboom. I know that for me, it's what I open my channel with every time anyway. Just remember, growing old may be inevitable, but growing up is completely optional. Refuse to grow up.
Factual. I like that.
One of my favorite quotes. So that will conclude our interview. I hope everybody liked it, and we can all move back over into the other chat.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.